Law enforcement officials in New Delhi clashed with protesters on Tuesday and fired tear gas at them on the outskirts of the city as tens of thousands of farmers attempted to enter India's barricaded capital demanding better income support. Days after talks between the government and farmer union leaders fell apart and in a potential repeat of a massive protest in 2021 that lasted nearly a year. The farmers are seeking legally mandated and wider minimum price guarantees for their crops, to protect them from volatile market prices. This month, India's government held 2 rounds of talks with farm union leaders, primarily from the North Indian states of Punjab and Haryana, on several demands raised by them. Both rounds of talks ended without any resolution, prompting the "Chalo Dilli, let's go to Delhi" protests. The farmers have expressed frustration that the government has failed to heed their demands despite making several promises over the past few years. Unlike the industrial sector, farmers are unable to set retail prices for their produce and have to sell their crops in bulk at wholesale after harvest, which drives down prices for them across the board. The demand for minimum prices is to protect against this. The farmers are also demanding the government meet a 2016 promise by Prime Minister Narendra Modi that farmers' incomes would be doubled by 2022. The debt-ridden farmers have also demanded a loan waiver. India witnessed a large year-long protest by farmers in 2021 in direct response to a set of 3 contentious agricultural laws passed by the government a year earlier. The Modi administration had pitched the new farm laws as a much-needed set of reforms that would bring private investment into the agriculture sector and help modernize it. The laws, however, ran immediately afoul of farmers, especially ones who cultivate on small farms, who worried the reforms would shrink their income by getting rid of minimum price protections. The protests triggered a political furor within India, with the government blaming so-called anti-national elements for fanning the uprising, and even international attention from public figures. Later that year, Modi made a rare mea culpa and announced plans to roll back the reforms. At the time, the government had also promised it would set up a panel to come up with a way to allow minimum support prices for all agricultural produce. The panel has yet to submit a proposal. Tuesday's protests could be a major political headache for Modi and his Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP, ahead of national elections later this year. The farmers are a powerful voting bloc that Modi and the BJP will likely need to appease before the polls. Indian Prime Minister Modi repeals controversial farm laws after year of protests, Forbes.